Good morning, everybody. I am on my way to my interview at Shania's doctor's office. See something? So, as you heard, I am on my way to Shania's doctor's office for interview for registration. If those of you don't know, that's what I currently do now. I'm a registrar at one of the largest healthcare places that's on the north side. I hate my window fogs up like this. Go ahead. Alright. Okay, so, as I was saying, yeah. I'm gonna take some time to, when I get there, I'm gonna get there early. I'm gonna take some time to read up on the company. I know I had the interview yesterday, but I mean, me personally, I think sometimes I overthink it. I believe it'd be better off prepared than not prepared. So, that's where it is what it is with me, because, I'm going to be prepared in some way, shape, or form. Let me hide this piece of whatever that is up there. It's like a string or something. I don't know. Of course, as you know, my hair is dyed, so I went straight to look for any wigs I could find. I went to look for any wigs I could find because my hair was, one, not straightened. And I was like, well, I'm going to take time out to flat iron my hair in front of the bed. I knew I was not about to flat iron my hair in front of the bed, because it takes hours. Like hours. And you have to, in order to make sure it's done right, you got to do small parts and no. So, with that being said, I kind of threw away all my wigs. I really did. And then I found this one, but this wig was like super long and down to my butt long. So what I did was I cut it. I cut it to the shape of my face. And I actually like it. I do. I actually like it. I don't see myself wearing it a lot. Today would probably be the only day I wear it, because of course I have an interview. And I did plan on getting my hair done today, but I just noticed that it's supposed to be pouring down raining today. And I'm like, what is the purpose of me getting my hair flat ironed, knowing goodness God darn well when my hair gets wet, it's going to be over. So I'm like, I'm not going to spend that money to get my hair flat ironed today. I'll probably do it like next week. And I'll probably just try to do something with it on my own. Therefore, I'm not really, I could take the time out to do it. So, for the agenda on today is to ace this interview, which, confidence-wise, I know I will. And I have to go to the store, pick up some items for the house. It's time to do some grocery shopping, some meat shopping. I'm probably going to do a little trip to Sam's, grab some water, grab some meat. What else? And cook. Yeah, go home, cook, and straighten up some. Do a little bit. I gotta remember I have a 2 o'clock appointment, which is crazy because that's when the rain's supposed to start at 2. And then I also have a appointment, I have a 2 o'clock appointment today. So I'll be going to take care of that appointment. And then I'll go get Shania from school because her dad left to his phone at home. I doubt he realized it because he was in a rush to get home anyway. It does say do not enter, but I'm an enter. Well, it just says do not enter that way. I know that much. But, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I never expected to get an interview. You know, they say don't cut yourself short, and I did. Because if anybody remember me saying when I did the assessment test for the interview, my computer crashed and I kind of didn't complete the assessment test completely. And I was like, well, that's going to totally knock me out because I didn't complete the assessment test. So, you know, and then I got my raise at work. So I was like, well, I know that somebody from this company told me, hold up. There we go. Hold on. I knew that was coming and I had to prepare for it. So somebody from this company told me I'm about to park. I'm at her doctor's office now. It is really not a long drive from my house. Mind you, I left my house maybe 5 minutes ago. So, we don't want nobody. Anywho, yeah, so I because I got the raise, like I said, I knew somebody here because they see me all the time come with my daughter, and I knew that here she stated they started with $15 an hour, and before my raise I was making like $1 and some change, like almost $2 under, well, like $2.50 under that amount. Well, no, not $2.50. It's like $1 some change. But now I make over that amount an hour, and it's like, well, you know, I thought it was, you know, God's way of saying, hey, I understand, you know, but here I'm still looking out for you. You know, you got this raise. My only dilemma is once you leave the Bay Health company, you can no longer return. Whether that's on good terms, which hopefully it would be good terms, but, and I'm like, that's kind of weird, but it's probably a policy. My plans is to go in here at like 50 after, let them know I'm here for my 9 o'clock interview. Of course, I don't take my phone, I don't take any purse. My earrings are good because they're not that, they're fashionable, but they're not that big, they are small. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to leave it running because my phone don't have that much time as it is. I'm just coming on just to let you know that it's interview time and I look amazing. I feel, you know what, I can't lie. I think I feel a lot better about myself. I cannot lie. I used to be like, oh, you're so this. I love the way I look. Like, I had to start back using this stuff on my face to get the hyperpigmentation under control because you can see it creeping up my face. The only thing about that is that I noticed that Shania also has hyperpigmentation too. But there's nothing that, you know, can be done about it because of her age. And what I use, she definitely can't use. So, yeah, my hyperpigmentation has been clearing up. And, you know, it just depends on how the light hits it. But this used to be, like, super dark. So, now it's not. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead on and do some research on the company. Even though I've known I know Nemours has been a company for a while because I used to go to AI DuPont Hospital, which is Nemours as well. And I used to go there to see doctors. I went there to see specialists. I went there to have surgeries. So does Shania. So this is a long-standing company with me. I don't know, I'm just really excited. And then when I go home, I'm going to have to change my clothes. I wouldn't mind wearing this and wearing me some heels and being I'm gonna keep my wig on. I'm gonna go in the house and fix it because I keep feeling something here that this is the real deal. I'm gonna fix this right on camera. Yep. So, all right, then let me get this research of this company. I got like 6 minutes to, to crush some numbers and go in here with my spectacular personality and my knowledge of what I know how to do. So, all right, ladies, talk to you later. Bye. All right, ladies. To make this, I am back from my interview. Let me cut my song down. Yep, I am back from my interview. Oh, come on, people. And I'm not sure. I enjoyed myself. Everybody was very nice. The weird part was my interview was with everybody I just met. Like, literally just met. Because Shania had an appointment on Monday. So I seen everybody. From the lady at the front desk that registered me. And from the nurse who was also in the interview with us. It really wasn't a big, huge interview. They asked some questions. They really didn't have no questions to ask. They know I currently work at Bay Health. They know I currently use the system that they use, which is called Epic. One question they asked me is where do I see myself in the next 5 years? And I said honestly, still working in a company that I love. And I said the fact that I got an interview with Nemours and I've been applying for a while, it's just really exciting. It just is the top of everything. And one of the managers, it was a panel interview. I had 3 people, and he was like, he said, it is an achievement getting an interview because they had 96 applicants. 96. So he said, and of course we didn't interview all 96, so it was something about me. They chose me to interview. Now, I won't know anything for probably about 2 weeks, and I'll find out either way whether they went with me or someone else, And he said he didn't have an offer as far as pay or anything like that because they calculate that from the main hospital, HR, the main hospital. So basically, HR was the ones that picked me, and I'm just shocked. They asked me what was my strength. I said my strength is communication, because you have to learn to communicate effectively with your patients, with your co-workers, with your supervisors, with your nurses, your providers, which are your doctors. And she asked me what is my weakness. I said my weakness is I'm a little slow, but I don't consider it a weakness because I am slow in registration because I like to verify all information to make sure I'm putting the correct patient in the back. So I asked them to confirm their address, their telephone number, the emergency contact. I want them to verify all that information before I put them back. So yes, I may not be as fast as the ones that's been there for 5, 6, 10 plus years, but with time and experience come your speed. But for the most part, I'm making sure that there's no mistakes. I'm making sure it goes out right the first time, not the second or third, the first time. Because if it doesn't go right the first time, it looks bad on the company, it falls bad on you, the person's registration, and it causes more legwork for the people in the office. Okay. They asked me if I had any questions, and basically I was asking questions about how they do the referrals. Do they go into the chart in Epic? They document everything, and things like that. So I'm just excited I had the interview. It just shows that even though I tried to counted myself out, I ended up still making the interview for the main company. And of course, you know, my daughter goes there, so it's not like it's anything new. Speaking of which, they have a meeting tonight for Girl Scouts. Between Girl Scouts and cheerleading, I'm putting her in something. And I really wanted to be cheer because Shania is very, what the world? I don't know where I thought it was me. I'm looking at the other green light. I'm just sitting here with so much in my mind. But IMA is so excited. I'm not even worried about it because at the end of the day, I did the interview. Could there have been things that could have been better? Yeah. I think when I left, I said, hopefully I won't see you no more. I said, not in that sense. I said, in the sense of my daughter coming here. And she was like, the nurse was like, well, she still got to come and be seen. I said, that's for a well visit. I said, no sick visits. And I told her I hope that her, you know, her little one feels better too because her little one is sick. I think that made it a little weird, kind of weird. But I mean, they understood what I was saying. Like, look, I hope I don't see you anymore. As far as my daughter being sick, I mean, working with you is different. But if my daughter's sick, you know, I'm not seeing you on a sick type time. But I think that was probably the only thing. I didn't really have much to say because I'm used to being grilled with millions of questions and things like that. But legitimately, it didn't even do all of that. It was just, this is what we have. This is the amount of workload. And I'm used to the amount of workload because at my job, the workload is huge. There's not a day that goes by that we don't see close to 100 and something patients. In the Dover office, which is closer to me, in the Milford office, we see, you know, more than one type of patient. So, you know, the call volume is 200 calls a day. Now, that's a little bit different. But I'm at work. I'm at work every day. I do, you know what I mean? I do my job. So it doesn't matter what the workload is. That's what you do. It's your job. And if, technically speaking, if you like what you do, even on the busiest days, you may get frustrated, but you still have a smile on your face and you still do what you have to do. You make sure the parents are happy. You make sure your patients are happy. It's what you do. And then you go home and you distress. And you go to work the next day with a smile on your face. That's what it's all about. What it's all about is knowing that you're doing the best in your power to help that patient. Because let's be real, no one wants to see a sick child in the doctor's office because you can't take the sickness away from them, unfortunately, which is what you would want to do. I mean, I can't lie. I feel bad for the people that come in sick. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. I wish I could take it from you, but I can't. You know, that's all you want. And then people are not going to be happy. When they don't feel good, they're not going to be happy. Their child don't feel good, they're not going to be happy. And can you blame them? No. You cannot blame them. They could have been up all night long. They could have, you know, had to leave work or got in trouble at work because you don't know what could be going on in their life. So you try to make that experience the best experience you can give to them. So I'm used to all that. So basically, what's said is that either way, depending on how the decision goes, I will find out whether I was chosen or not. It could take a couple weeks, which is I'm fine with. That's not a big issue, you know, because I'm currently working. So technically speaking, I would have to, you know, put in my 2 weeks notice for my job to take that job if I choose to take it, which I do. I want it. I do. I have to weigh my options because, you know, learning that I may not be able to return to, you know, big health is like, but then it's like, you know, expand your horizons, expand your career. This is a big company, LaShonda. You know, stop trying to limit yourself. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to keep limiting myself because I know I can do more. I can, you know, I don't know how to say it, but I hope you understand what I mean. So, I'm about to head in this house. If I'm not mistaken, I never know that. Okay, so let me get ready. I'm about to go in this house and change and come back out so I can run to this special store, Sam's, and Walmart. And then I have a doctor's appointment at 2, which probably by the time I'm done, I'm going to run around, but go to my doctor's appointment. I'm doing the at-home sleep study. And I'll probably pick Shania up after I come back from that. I don't know. I'm not sure. So, alright then, I will pick this back up for part 2 with a different outfit. My eyebrows are on fleek, honey. I'm like, Alright, ladies. Bye.